Hi, we're the Huge Movie Fanatics here, and he's got another solo review for a film called
Robot Wars. This movie is 20 years old. I wouldn't have wasted your time with the review except for like this summer. It's 20 years old. I saw this for the first time 20 years ago. You know, in the summer, it came out on video in the summer. This is the heyday of Full Moon. 1993, they were really at the top of their game. Paramount had been putting out all their movies from Puppet Master on, which was a sorry, there's wind. Sorry if you can't hear me. I'll put subtitles if it's too much wind. It was really a boon for Full Moon. I mean, to have Paramount distributing all this stuff, because you'd have movies like, I don't know, other movies like Pet Sematary 2 or some Paramount horror movie, which would have Full Moon trailers before it.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Talk about great. I think the Full Moon, or I mean the Paramount collaboration ended in the mid-90s when Viacom, I think, bought them or something or whatever. Like it might have been 95 or 6, and then it went to hell. But Robot Wars, directed by Albert Band, Charlie Band's dad. Charlie Band's dad actually directed some movies in the 50s, some really B kind of crappy movies. But Albert Band says himself on the making of, the only reason he did it is Charlie Band was supposed to do it, but he never showed up. I mean, Charlie was running Full Moon, so whatever. So Charles Band's dad, Albert Band, directed it. It's got a spirit. It's mostly a piece of crap, especially by today's standards. We both have a weakness for big robots, I think. So I have a weakness for big robot movies. I can't remember if they made. I think they made it in '89 or something like that. This movie called Robot Jox, which maybe you've heard about. Okay, maybe you haven't. Which actually came out, I think, on video in '91, which was also a Charles Band production before Full Moon, when he was Empire. This movie is directed by Stuart Gordon of Reanimator fame, and Robot Jox is actually pretty impressive for what it is. It's got actually a pretty cool score and actually decent effects, and it's the same basic thing where it's actually a lot of the things you see in the trailer for Pacific Rim, which we both really want to see.
Yes.
Where the guys are like walking. They actually did in Robot Jox, where it's like a metal platform. He's like hooked in by something here, and the guy's actually got boots so that he walks on this platform. It was a really great idea for a relatively low-budget movie back in the day. I totally was all into it in '91 when I think that's when it came out on video. So Robot Jox was like the first thing, and which was pretty cool. And Robot Wars was like the lesser version. It wasn't anything that was related. It was just another robot movie, but it's not as good as Robot Jox. But I mean, I grew up with this thing. I loved it at the time because at the time you're younger and your standards aren't high. And
take a real long look at these eyes and tell me what you see.
You love robots anyway. This movie's got a special place in my heart. The stars are difficult because it's one of those sentimental things, you know. So it doesn't deserve. It's really tricky. I'll probably just go maybe 2.5 stars. It wouldn't deserve it had it not been a sentimental thing. I like it a lot more than the stars I give it for. It's got some cool stop motion animation by the late great Dave Allen, who did some of the puppet animation for the first Puppet Master movies. It's actually really short. The running time in the box is a complete lie. It's like 90 minutes when it's like 63 minutes. I don't even know how they get away with that shit.
Yeah.
But back in the day, you know, I had this dub from a Robot Wars tape, and I couldn't find for the life of me. I wanted to buy a previously viewed tape of this, so I couldn't find it for years. So what ended up happening is in the late '90s, a lot of videos for closing and stuff. So I basically, I'll probably put right now as I'm talking about it, I went overboard. So then all of a sudden I'm finding Robot Wars tapes all overboard. So I completely made up. I overcompensated for all those years where I couldn't find any previously viewed Robot Wars tapes. I think I own probably 5 previously viewed copies of Robot Wars, 1 DVD, 1 Laserdisc. I own the soundtrack. You're probably looking at all the pile of it right now.
Wow.
So I'm kind of a Robot Wars fan. I have a poster, which I'm probably not going to pull out. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. So I pretty much have everything Robot Wars. One of the coolest things to me is that I wonder is where these stop motion things actually are, because they're really cool. Because over the years, Charlie Banner, Full Moon would auction off stuff on eBay, like original art, original paintings, even some, I don't know if props or not, but I was always like, oh man, what if they, auctioned off one of the robots? But those things are really cool because they're so, I don't know how big they are. They're probably pretty big, but they're just totally detailed and everything like that. So that's pretty cool. The movie's kind of basically lame. I want to say one basic thing that I like about her that's really lame, that Albert Band just didn't care about this Asian guy who was actually in Robot Jox as well, who's a bad guy, and he's like in this cockpit, and he's got like a strap on, like here and a here, and he's like, oh, peekaboo, I kill you, really stupid dialogue, and it's like he's always going like this, and one of his straps, like, it always bugged me ever since I saw it. Straps fell off. It's like supposed to hold him into the chair.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoop, and it's like, Albert, that's like a cut, and let's put the strap up and tighten it and redo it.
Wow, that's it.
And it's in the movie forever. I'll probably show a clip of it. You'll see what I mean. It pisses me off. He's like, he's fighting the other guy in the robot, and it's the strap.
That's really irritating, yeah.
You see what I mean? It's frustrating. And the other guy, Barbara Crampton's in this. So, and there's this other woman who actually became more famous, who had pouty big lips.
This is my girlfriend, Lisa.
Hi.
And she's playing Annie. And she auditioned for a Full Moon movie, and then they asked her if she would audition for Robot Wars. So it's fun to have a friend in real life, playing with you in the movies. It doesn't happen all the time. I'll go first. I know the way.
Boy, this is some vacation.
I think when she was pregnant, I don't know, there was some big deal about, there's some picture of her when she was pregnant in the late 90s or something like that, who actually became something, I think, more and then disappeared because I don't know her name. But Barbara Crampton is always fun, and this stupid guy who's like the hero. I'll probably show some clips from the guy in the robot.
Yeah.
There'll be some really stupid things where he's like, they'll go like, and he'll make faces, and they'll just cut to a rear shot of him walking, and it's not even fighting yet. It's like, so
awesome.
that kind of stuff.
Wipe that smirk off your face.
It's basically a guy who made B movies in the 50s, directing this, who's like 70. I don't know how old he was when he directed it. 75. Charles Band's dad. Robot Wars. It's a hoot. Maybe it's on YouTube. Maybe it's not. Check it out. You can buy it on DVD from. I'm waiting slowly but surely. They're putting out Blu-rays of like the old Full Moon back catalog. I would highly recommend the first 3 Puppet Masters book. Amazing, and I'm so glad those are finally on Blu-ray. I'm waiting, of course, because I have Robot Wars, everything else. There's Win, sorry, for the Robot Wars Blu-ray, man. Bring it on. But until then, you got all this pile of every other Robot Wars thing I got. So thanks for watching. Thanks for bearing with me. You've probably seen some funny clips here of guys making macho faces and stuff, fighting other robots, but it's really pretty cool in a stupid way. Thanks for watching. Peekaboo, I kill you! That's one of the famous lines. So, I mean, not so famous, but famous to me.
Peekaboo, I kill you!
Peekaboo, I kill you! And then the guy's like, earlier in the movie, he's like, we'll meet again, Captain Drake. And the guy's like, yeah, we'll do tea. It's really great if you like stupid movies, because it's a stupid movie. Doesn't deserve it. 2.5 stars. I'm done. Thanks for watching.
People are suffocating in here, you son of a bitch.
Oh, God. Oh, Christ. I can't breathe.
Wait, get away from that! We're 5 stories up.
Let me out! Let me out!
You're a big embarrassment to the North Hemi. Have you no shame?
No, I want out!
Be my guest.
In our distant future, a nation at war.
Intruders at marker 474, sir.
I want you to turn the intruders into stains.
Will discover its strongest ally.
Our borders are not in dispute. The Eastern Alliance is on our side.
Has become their deadliest enemy.
This proves that the Centros are firing on us with weapons made by the Eastern Alliance.
And now, 2 rival champions.
We meet again, Captain Drake. Yeah. Wooden team.
Must battle for supremacy.
Captain Wally has commandeered the robots.
In the ultimate killing machines.
I told you we meet again, Captain Drake. Peekaboo, I kill you.
What are you waiting for? 10 cases, fire?
Robot Wars. From the producers of Robot Jox.